I think LS makes one of the better looking tractors on the market because I love the blue. Absolutely love the blue. Well, hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Peaks Peak. My name's Lucas, and we're sharing our hobbies on 38 acres in eastern Kentucky. And today we're here at Gillum's, and they've presented me with an interesting option in my search to find the right tractor for my woodyard. So initially, when I started looking at LS tractors, I was interested in the new MT226E because they've increased the lift capacity on that 25 horsepower tractor. And I have been shopping in that 25 horsepower tractor range because I need affordability. I told the salesman here that I am looking for the most lift that I can get for the least amount of money. There are obviously other factors that play into what I want in my tractor, but the biggest thing is the value and the lift capacity. So those were the things that I emphasized that were the most important to me. And that MT226E with a 1,965 pound lift capacity puts it strongly in the running against the Coyote, the TYM, and all the other brands that are out there. Now, what you've probably noticed is that I'm not standing in front of an MT226E because they presented me with an interesting option. They have this MT235E that is a gear-driven tractor, but it's a 35 horse tractor. And they said they can sell it to me for a little bit less money than the 226E. And the price range is right dead in the middle of all the other tractors I've been looking at. So the fact that I could step into a 35 horsepower tractor with 29 PTO horsepower and have the lift capacity that I'm looking for is really enticing to me. There are some pluses and minuses, but we're going to talk about that today. Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that when I go to the LS Tractor website and I look up the lift capacity on this tractor right here, it is not consistent with what the salesman told me that this tractor will lift. The salesman told me it will lift over 2,100 pounds, but the website says it lifts 1,635 pounds or something like that. And so that was the first thing I had to sort out when I got here, because 1,600 pounds is just not enough. I'm not considering any tractors that won't lift at least close to 2,000 pounds. So in doing a little bit of research, I noticed that the MT40E shows that higher lift capacity, and the salesman actually dug into the difference, and he found out that on the website, they're showing this MT235 with a lift capacity of 1,600 pounds because it has a loader that is the LL3301. But this has the LL3302, which is the same loader as the 40 horse tractor, which is why this tractor has that lift capacity of over 2,100 pounds. So there are some really positive things about this tractor. Now, to me, the biggest negative thing about this tractor is the fact that it is gear driven. Now, for some people, that's the right choice because you can put more horsepower to the ground with a gear-driven tractor. And I've considered getting a gear-driven tractor, but I also think placing logs on the mill is going to be more difficult using the clutch and the gears rather than using the hydrostat. So for those of you that own a gear-driven tractor, leave a comment down below and tell me your experiences in using with that for the type of work that I'm going to be using in placing logs on the mill and some of that little bit more intricate work that I'll be doing. Can I get used to it and kind of overcome that difference between the ease of the hydrostatic transmission, or is it going to be difficult? Let me know. Other considerations when you're looking at a different tractor manufacturer is, are you going to be able to get service and are you going to be able to get parts? Now, I talked to the salesman here and he assured me that they don't have any issues getting parts for the LS tractors. He said they stock almost everything, but the things that they don't have in stock, they can usually get within a week. So they said that's not really an issue here. But if you own an LS tractor and you've had to deal with a service department, let me know how that's gone. Do you have dealers close to you? Is their service department well stocked? Or do you have to wait a long time to get your tractor serviced? Some of the things that might be a concern if you're going with a different brand. I've been very happy with my Kubota tractor and the service that I've gotten, the availability of parts and all of that. That's one of the things that scares me about stepping to a new brand that I don't have experience with. Share your experiences with me and let me know how that's working out for you. It's actually quite a bit quieter than I expected. There are lots of things about this tractor that excite me. It's very comfortable in the cockpit. You do have a foot throttle which is nice, especially with the whole gear-driven setup. I know all of you experienced farmers already know this, but for those of you who are newer to owning tractors, if you've been shying away from a Shuttle Shift tractor, here is me driving one for the very first time with no instruction. And honestly, it is far more convenient than I expected it to be. So with the whole gear-driven Shuttle Shift situation there, I've never driven one. But it all seems, you know, pretty simple to use, and I think I could get the hang of it enough to place logs and not have too much trouble. I really got some thinking to do to decide whether dropping to a gear-driven tractor to gain the extra horsepower is worth it or not. But I was really glad to talk to the salesman here and hear about that option, because I honestly wasn't even considering tractors up in the 35 horsepower range. I was only looking at the 25 horsepower tractors. Now, part of that is because I was trying to avoid the regen, but I'm not really concerned about regen in and of itself. I'm more concerned with the added expense of those things on the tractor, making the initial price of the tractor higher. Now, if there are other associated costs that you've run into, let me know those in the comments, because I really have a decision to make here, and I plan to spend my own hard-earned money, so I want to make the right decision, and I'm kind of just sharing the process with you guys along the way. Now, if I'm being totally honest, I think LS makes one of the better looking tractors on the market, because I love the blue, absolutely love the blue. Now, this front hood style with the headlights on this older model, I think this is a 23 model, I'm not real sure what year is what, but I'm not as crazy about the grille styling on this as I am the newer models. I think the newer ones are even better looking, but I love the color. This LS MT235 not only has 35 horsepower, but it also has 29 PTO horsepower, which is going to open up a whole new world of possibilities when it comes to running mowers or even offset flail mowers and things like that. Man, it's really enticing to me in that low $20,000 range to be looking at a 35 horsepower tractor. And I'll just be honest with you, they've got this here on their lot. If you beat me to it, I'll probably get you a really good deal on a nice tractor. So guys, Gillum's has given me a lot to think about in my search for the right tractor for my wood yard, and I hope you guys are enjoying this series. If you're anywhere near the tri-state area, Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia, be sure and check out Gillum Service and Repair Incorporated, because they have a wide selection of all kinds of products. I mentioned their X-Mark mowers, Cub Cadet mowers. I see an Oregon wood splitter over there. Of course, they've got this whole line of LS tractors, and they've even got that really cool camouflage tractor that LS came out with. They have some great products here, and I've heard great things about this business. I really want to thank them for allowing me to come here and check out their product and share that information with you. I almost forgot that they have a line of Ferris mowers and Wright mowers as well. So Gillum's hardcore lawn gear, they really are hardcore. They've got it all. Hardcore lawn gear, Gillum Service and Repair. They really do have an impressive lineup of Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Wright, X-Mark, Ferris, LS tractors, not to mention steel chainsaws, trimmers, and accessories inside. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Get to see us check out the LS MT235E. Until next time, get outside and enjoy God's creation. It's beautiful out here. Y'all have a good day.